I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me, and what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be f***ing sour, take a cold shower. Scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder. And f*** all the doubters, they're just your downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring, yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart, are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs, are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns.
What is going on, ESGN Nation, and welcome back to another episode here of the Buffalo Bills franchise, Bills Mafia Sit-down here, as we're back here today, and we have a nice little bye week here after a crazy, and of course, obviously, it's the NFL, it's always going to be a roller coaster of a season, but, you know, we've been playing really well. We're 12-1. Of course, the only loss coming to us was because of the loss that we had against the Browns. Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that. But yeah, we slipped up and we lost the game, and now we're back here this week, and we're gonna get ready for our bye week here. So right now, us and the Packers are only two teams that have lost a game this season, and right now we are the front runners for the. If the season ended today, we would be the front runners for the first round bye. So, and of course, we have the Green Bay Packers coming up. We'll have a little bit of a preview. A lot of people are saying here in the next couple of weeks of the possible Super Bowl matchup between the two top seeds. As one of us, if we get to that point here, up to that week, one of us is going to be walking out as the team with only one loss. So that should be very interesting for that game. But let's take a look here. We're looking at the AFC and, of course, NFC standings right now. And like I said, we're looking very, very nice. Of course, the Jets down there. Yeah, we beat them up in the last episode there. In a nice good old fashion there. But they right now got I believe they are the 31st team. So the 32nd team, which will get the number one pick, is from the NFC. And if the season's ended today, we would see the Giants, who are currently 1-11 right now, with the worst NFL record. And of course, they would have the number one pick for this upcoming season's draft. So they see the Eagles in first place, Bengals, I should say. There you see the Colts, Jags, Titans, and Texans there. And of course, Colts, we played them in week 18. We'll see where they're at. Hopefully, they'll be in a better, winning and of course thriving, have a thriving record to face us. Of course, obviously we're in first place there in our division, and we've been going really good, really strong here as of late. We still got the Dolphins and the Patriots to both play for the second time for this season, and both of those games were pretty close games. I believe the Patriots game, this next Patriots game coming up, I think both of them. I think the Patriots game. I know the Patriots game is a Monday night game because I just played it, and then the Dolphins game is, I think, a Thursday night game. So we got 2 back-to-back primetime games coming up. So yeah, wow, crazy. But you know, that's what happens when you're a really good football team. And of course, you're the defending champions. You're going to be playing on those primetime nights, Monday night, Thursday night. So we'll have to see how things go. We already seen the AFC. Of course, you've seen the AFC West. Or of course, Chiefs are leading that. And then in the North, you see the Packers, of course, in 11-1. Lions right behind them, 8-4. Vikings and Bears, of course, fighting for the last place. Then in the NFC South, you got Falcons, Panthers, Saints, and Bucks. Right now it's just pretty much a 2-man team. You got the Falcons and Panthers battling for the NFC South title there. And then let's see who else. Finally, you got the NFC East. You got the Cowgirls. They're 8-4. Eagles 6-6. The Commanders 6-6, and of course the Giants 1-11. So, yeah, really, I don't know what is going on with the Giants there. Both New York teams just really bad this year. And then, of course, last but not least, the NFC West. You got the Rams, who are 6-7. 49ers, surprisingly enough, are 5-7. Or no, excuse me, 6-7 as well. And the Seahawks are 4-8, and the Cardinals are 3-10. And lately here, the Cardinals have been getting beat up pretty good. They had a couple victories against. I think they had a really good victory after we got done playing them, and then since then they've been getting beat up pretty well against other, especially by our teams in our division. The Patriots recently just beat them up. The Jets recently beat them up as well. Jets had a really good game against them. Same thing against the Dolphins as well. So, yeah, been just hard knocks there for the Cardinals. Like I said, the season ended today. You would see the matchups between against the Raiders and Patriots, Bengals, Dolphins, and then Colts and Broncos. I think Kansas City actually slipped some. I think they're now in 3rd place there. So, and then of course in the NFC side, you got the Falcons versus the Eagles, Cowboys versus Panthers, and of course the Rams versus the Lions, and of course the Green Bay Packers taking the first round bye, like we are right there in the AFC. And of course, like I said, week 17, the us and the Packers will play each other. It's a little bit of a preview of what the Super Bowl could possibly be, and so yeah, it's gonna be very interesting how we'll see. Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's a road game for us, so we're gonna have to go to the frozen tundra, as they say, there at Lambeau Field. So yeah, it's gonna be a rough one there, and hopefully chances are it's probably gonna be snowing. So not a big fan of that. Too cold. But as we take a look at our numbers here, Josh Allen, of course, this season, 38 touchdowns. We try to avoid this 20 interception season, but it's Madden. What you expect? Honestly, what do you expect? Madden's just Madden. And then you see Pete Jones. He had a couple of starts, he's got a couple of appearances as well. We're going to start implement him more so, especially games that are just kind of getting out of reach when we're playing against other teams, and we're going to put him in there, and that will definitely help us out with not overdoing our with our issues with interceptions with our quarterback. Zach Moss, over 1,000 yards rushing again. I believe this is his 3rd straight year as a 1,000-yard rusher. He has 25 touchdowns. Josh Allen, of course, getting close to 300 yards for the year. He has 1 rushing touchdown. Javon Jones, our rookie, having a great year. Of course, I wish we can get him in the end zone a lot more here. I think I might end up really getting him to go here in these next couple of games in the course of especially during playoffs. Get him more into the offense here. I really think next year, we're going to see a lot more of him because I think James Cook, I think he has a contract. It needs to be renewed. I think we may not renew his. We may just go with just 2 halfbacks there for what I want to kind of do for next season. But for the most part here, all 3 guys, I mean, honestly, they've been doing great. Hunter Cannon, of course, over 2,000 yards for the season, 2,206 yards, 13 touchdowns this season. Of course, Diggs, we're getting close to getting him 1,000 yards here receiving. But Hunter Cannon's just been one of those guys. It's been really fun to throw to him and see what he can do. And, I try to make him as close as I could. I think I made him a little too close to what he's like in the Holly and Scotty series. You guys been watching, if you guys were watching that series, by far one of my best tight ends I had. He was just one of those guys that was just, he knew how to get away. He was decent at blocking, but for the most part he was a receiving tight end. He just did such a great job there, and I'm so proud that we were able to recreate him in this game, and with some of the similar things he had in the Holly and Scotty series as well. And of course we were lucky to able to draft him here in this series. As we take a look at some of the other numbers here, of course you guys can pause the video, check those out. But of course Scherer and of course McKenzie been really doing a great job there, stepping up those first 3 or 4 weeks of the season because we didn't have Diggs. He's been really doing a great job there, and I want to put him more into the offense, especially as we go in this getting very close to the second half or the second part of the season into the playoffs, and just utilize him a lot more. We're not going to get away from Diggs, but of course, we want to get McKenzie, because McKenzie's got I like his speed. He's got good speed. He's really good at catching the short catches and short to medium passes. So, just doing a great job. Fleming as well. You see, he has 99 tackles for the season. He's having a great year there. Of course, this is his second year. His third year. No, second year with us. So he's been doing a great job there. Moreland's been doing a great job. Of course, Russo and Oliver doing a excellent job there on the defensive line, really shaking things up as our DN and one of our D tackles. Greenlaw as well in the linebacker position. I kind of been floating him around, both not just on the opposite side, on the left-hand side, but I've also put him in the middle linebacker in some play packages as well. Fleming, same way. I've been kind of moving him, not just in the middle linebacker position, but also put him over to the left, put him to the right sometimes, which has been really, really fine and really awesome to see him go in those different types of positions as well. I think it's been helping them be more well-rounded. Same thing with Robinson, moving him around. I think a couple games we've seen him play the outside line, play the DN position. So he's been playing, practice-wise. I've noticed that in practice they've been trying to get him to play on the same assignment as Russo. Not necessarily taking Russo's job, but he's been getting a lot of help from Greg about possibly playing that position later on in his career, somewhere down the line. Of course, McKinley doing a great job there. He had a great game in this game. In the last episode there, playing against the Jets, he had 2 interceptions. Doing an excellent job there, and we would just like to see him keep it up even more. And of course, like I said, Robinson playing really well. Benford as well. Who else? I mean, there's so many defensive guys that we've been seeing here this season. Just been playing excellent football here. Really, truly. I mean, there's been a lot of games here when it's been low scoring. The defense have not given up too many points. Where I've been like, wow, something is clicking with that defense. The defense is really coming together here. I'm not saying our offense hasn't, but defense has been doing a great job there. And then, of course, there's other games I'm like, oh my God, where's this defense? Where's our defense at? We need that excellent defense. Blankenship, of course, we already know the story about him. He's been everywhere, up and down, left and right, missing kicks that obviously he should not be missing, but yeah, he's something. But here lately he's been doing pretty well, and of course there you see our numbers there in the kick return and stuff like that. So we'll take a look around the league here, and of course, like I said, just wish we didn't have those 20 interceptions. That just really, because honestly, if we had if we could get rid of half of those, we would probably be MVP right now. We would definitely be talking MVP. There's that quarterback from Kansas that I really hated in my High and Scotty series, but yet I brought him in this series. Of course, there you see some other numbers here we're looking at. We're going to look at rushing wise. Najee Harris has the most rushing yards, I believe. So he has over 1,000 yards. There you see Zach. Yep, Zach right there. Of course, Derrick Henry right above him. So he's getting close to. He's about 100, or actually less than 100 yards from getting to where they're at. So a couple more games here. We can get these last weeks 16, 17, 18, next 3 weeks, next 4 weeks or so we have. I think we can get him up there and contend for that rushing title as well. But he also has the most rushing touchdowns right now amongst halfbacks right now. So I'm very happy with that. Can't be upset with that at all. Of course, Josh Allen, he has the most fumbles. Jeez, what category is he? Anyway, but yeah, I'm really proud of our team. Really, things are still coming together. We're starting to, I've been changing the playbook here and there, plays that I've been really enjoying implementing our playbook. It's really helping out. But we're going to still be constantly changing the playbook. Once we go into season 4, if I decide to do a season 4 here of this series, which I would like to, but we'll be changing the playbook just a little bit more, slightly, just messing with it. And try to get that team to look more of that identity of what we want to do with it, and really change things up for the our opposing teams. Don't want to get too stagnant. Don't want to get too just same old with this squad, especially against our division and of course our conference. Want to change things up so next season. We'll have to make some changes here. Of course, there'll be a huge change in players as well. We got a lot of guys that are not going to be back here next season, and we got to make some tough decisions. And that usually comes with the territory when it comes to off season here. But our main goal, like I said, from the very get-go, is to win championships. And so far, we still got that nucleus of that championship team in there. We added with some new players here and there, but our key players, our role players, obviously, Diggs, Allen, now Hunter Cannon, Parker, Kinsey, a couple others there on offense, as well as our defensive guys there doing a great job here. I think we can make another good run at another Super Bowl here this season. We just got to make sure we put the work in and not have a game like we did with the Browns there earlier this season. So, we got that one loss. We got that loss out of us. Another loss, probably not too bad. But for the most part here, it was an eye opener. We definitely bounced back from that loss and looking to try to get better over the course of the season here. But things happen, and I think for the most part here, it's been a good year for us. I think like I said, the only blemish I think for this season is it's because of the interception. I think that's what's been I've been on my mind a lot playing these episodes here. I'm just like, okay, can we avoid a game not having the interception? And we've had a couple of times, but then other times I'm like, oh yeah, I'm almost out of this game, and then also I throw something like, oh crap, another damn pick. Like, like, are you serious? Like, you really gonna? So that's why I said depending on what the score is and who we're playing, you might see a lot more of Pete Jones into the game, especially like coming out of the third quarter or something like that. If we're up by 4 scores or something like that, 3 or 4 scores, I'm like, okay, let's put in the rookie, see what he can do, and just run the offense. And of course, when he's out there, it'll be a lot more different. We won't be throwing the ball around so much, short passes, stuff like that, but mainly just run the ball, just just manage the game, like he's supposed to, and just get us to get the W. So, yeah, we got a lot of work to do going, especially in this next game coming up here against against the Patriots. I've already kind of played it already, so I already know what the outcome is going to be. But yeah, with the Patriots, they got a good team. They season 2. They kind of slid back some, but I think this season we've already seen already. We back in early on here in this series. We had a close one last time against them, and I think this one is going to be even closer. We're two teams that know each other very well, and they're not going to put up with too much, and so we'll have to see how we do against the Patriots squad there. And then, like I said, it is a Monday night game, so everybody's gonna be watching. Because we just played them back in what was it? That was episode 55, I think that was. Here we are now at what episode? It'll be episode 58. So yeah, it was not too far long ago that we played against them. So yeah, we'll have to see. Hopefully, we'll have a good showing against that Patriots squad here. I'm actually trying to look up the information on that game here on my document, on my Word document here. But as you see here, looking at some of the punt returns as well, numbers. So, and not too many. I see a lot of highly scouted players getting a lot of attention here as well in this series, which is nice. But as we take a look here, Russell Wilson right now is the leader in the NFL MVP rankings there. Right behind him is, of course, Watson. There you see we're at 4th. So, yeah. And, of course, there you see our coach. He's 2nd, right behind Zach Taylor, the head coach there for the Bengals. But our coach should be up there at the top of the spot there pretty soon, if not sooner. Hunter Cannon, the best offensive player of the year there in the AFC. So, if the season ended today, that he would have that award. And of course, last year I think he won rookie of the year. Now he's getting offensive player of the year now here, so that's good. That's good to see. Of course, Stephon Diggs up there. We've at one time, Hunter Cannon had the most touchdown receptions. Now I think Diggs now beats him by 1 or 2 for the season right now. So that's been a really good 1-2 punch on those two there. Take a look at some of the possible awards, some finalists here. It's, like I said, these are not finalized yet, but these are some of the players here. Of course, Myles Garrett, we've seen him in that Browns game, and boy, was he just a one-man wrecking crew there, just destroying our offensive line, and of course getting to our quarterback quite a few times there. And then let's see what other John Jones. Okay, he's in the top 10 there, so we can get him a couple of good games here. I think we can get him up there. Isaiah Montgomery, of course, one of our guys there from the High and Scotty series. Doing really well there for the Jags, I believe. Yeah, playing for the Jags. Russell Wilson, of course, having a good year there with the Broncos. Of course, in real life, he's now with the Steelers. And then Sean Watson having a pretty good game. Not a pretty good game, but a pretty good season as well. I'm sure he would have a better record. Right now they're 6-6, but still time to get above a little 500 there before the end of the season. Zach Moss, best running back right now, and that's only because of the touchdowns, not because of the yardage. Like I said, he's 3rd right now for the rushing title when it comes to yardage wise. And of course, we will get him up there as much as we possibly can here. Like I said, he's had, I think, at least 6 or 7 100-yard games so far this season. So we're trying to get that number up some because there's a lot of games where he barely got 50 yards or so. So really, or he got about 50 yards or so this season. So yeah, there was a couple of tough games that we had to worry about that, and I think now this of course, teams are starting to figure us out. They're figuring out what plays we're running, when we run them, all that kind of good stuff. So We'll have to change things up here in the next couple of weeks here and see if we can try to get him some more yardage here. Try to get some big 20-yard or more runs for him. And let's see here. Elam, of course, he's having a great year here. 10 interceptions. I think he can end the season. I would say almost. I could say 15. I think he'll have 15 interceptions by the end of the season. The way on the pacing he's going right now is great. And of course, there you see our best kicker. And of course, we play against the Colts coming up in week 18. And of course, we play against the Dolphins here coming up soon because Greg Zerline, I see there, he's a Missouri Western grad. And of course, played for many different teams in the NFL, but right now in this series here, he's playing for the Dolphins. I think recently just signed him. So, yeah, we'll play against them. Dolphins been getting red hot as of late as well here, and they've been turning things around there. Of course, they had an upsetting loss against the Jets. Jets snapped their 8-game losing streak and beat the Dolphins there. The previous week before we played them in that last episode there. So yeah, Dolphins would love to get back on pace here. Of course, like I said, we play them after this upcoming episode will be coming up here against the Patriots. And of course, looking at some more awards this time, we're looking at the NFC side of things, and some of the usual suspects in some of the categories. There you see Carson Wentz he's with the Commanders still. And there you see, of course, Wolf there. He's got a little bit of a sophomore slump right now. He's suffering some, but I'm sure he'll come back. Howling back next season. But him and the Seahawks right now having a tough time out there in the NFC, NFC West right now. And then running backs for the NFC here. You see Wendell Cason, he's there in 8th place. Of course, I think he won Rookie of the Year for the Lions there last year in our series. And of course, he is having a little off year here. Those sophomore slumps are real. It happens. But they'll definitely bounce back next season. Take a look here. Nick Bosa, of course, the best D lineman. And of course, we have not played the 49ers at all. We've played them before, but we have not played them this season. Of course, Aaron Donald there, always a player that you want to avoid when you're facing the Rams there, as well as several others I see here, Micah Parsons, several others as well. And then, of course, there you see White. We had him. He was in season 1 of this series, and of course, we traded him there to the Bears, and he's been actually putting up some pretty good numbers there as a corner or safety or so there for the Bears. He's doing really well for them, and actually, and believe it or not, in real life, he's with them. I just found that out watching the most recent episode of the Hard Knocks Hard Knock Life with the Chicago Bears there on HBO. So yeah, I find that very fun. I'm like, wow, he is with the Bears in real life. So let's take a look here. Like I said, first week 1 we had a nice game against the Dolphins, and we're gonna play against them here pretty soon. The 49ers, of course, Jags, the Bears game, or I should say not the Bears, the Browns game. Of course, Browns just got us good there. I mean, Watson 5 touchdowns. Oh man, he was zipping that ball everywhere. Could not get to him at all. I feel like it was a trap game. But at the same time, we did not play our best because Josh Allen 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions in that game. We only had 14 carries for 33 yards. That is by far the worst we've had with Zach Moss, but he did get in the end zone 3 times in that game. Hunter Cannon had over 200 yards in the game, but did not have a single touchdown at all. He had 9 catches in that game. McKenzie and Parker both had the 2 touchdowns that we had in there. Of course, Diggs did not play in that game, and I feel like if we had Diggs in that game, that it'd be a whole different story there. And that's, like I said, they took advantage. They knew that Diggs was not in that game. They knew from the previous game there that we were kind of beat up, and they took us on a ride. But yeah, we were able to get 31 points off of them, but at the end of the day, they outscored us 46-31. But yeah, it was just an awful game. And since then, we have not looked back. We have won, I think, 8 or 9 straight since then. So we are cooking like nobody's business right now. And I mean, we had a couple close games here and there, but for the most part here, it was just excuse my French, but it was a shit show. Oh my goodness, 348 yards or 346 or 384 yards, 5 touchdowns. Wow. And of course, take a look here, rushing wise, we kept Ford in check, but Slayton had 2 touchdowns, only 85 yards on 6 catches. David Njoku, 9 catches, 46 yards, 2 touchdowns. And of course, Grady Little, one of our top wide receivers there for the High Scotties, he had a great day there, a little over 70 yards and a touchdown as well. And of course, there you see 4 tackles for loss, 4.5 sacks. 4 tackles for loss, 4.5 sacks in that game. I mean, Myles Garrett was just, he owned us. He owned us. And I still say, if they're going to be, I think I said this before in that video, but if they're going to be doing that to us, they better bring themselves to the playoffs, because I want to play them again. I want to make, and especially this time, it's going to count. It's going to mean something. It's going to, and that person will have to, beat the other one to get a chance to get to the Super Bowl. So, but I think right now they're 6-6 right now. I think their season's pretty much cooked. And but things can happen. We've seen weird things happen before in the NFL, and things will definitely turn around. But yeah, since then we have just came up and won. I mean, there's been some games that have been close, and some other games have been blowouts. But I think for the most part, we just put ourselves in that position. Like, hey, let's have a team meeting. Let's talk about what's going on. Let's air this shit out and just figure out how we're gonna win these games. And so, as we take a look here, we got a little bit of a this is a bye week coaches interview with the local press here, and they're asking us, we're going to bye week. What are some of the plans we have here? And we're just gonna treat this week, a bye week, just like any other week. We're gonna go out here, practice our ass off, and just keep the grind going. So you see, no days off. You put in extra work for the bye week. We get an extra 500 XP, but then at the same time, with no week off, players are going to be unable to reciprocate. So we lose -7 in stamina. Yeah. So that's going to affect us for the next game. So that's fine. Whatever. That means just next man up. We just and I've been working on some new, put some guys in that you normally wouldn't see on the field, put them on the field here, and give them some playing time, get them a couple of reps here in this next couple of games here. We're going to do that. As you see, a couple of upgrades as well for a lot of our guys here, which is going to be nice here, and it's going to be perfect for us. So, like I said, making some upgrades, changing some guys around. We're going to move some guys around for this Patriots game, as well as for the Dolphins game as well, because I want to get some guys out here that we have not seen yet, and give them a chance to get some playing time in, and see what they're all about there on the field. But yeah, we got a lot of nice little upgrades here. This should be very helpful for us, and I cannot wait to see what we can do here coming up in this Monday night game against the Patriots. And of course, Mac Jones, of course, Jefferson is with them here in this series that he signed with the Patriots in the offseason. So, yeah, Justin Jefferson, there you see his catches, 5 touchdown passes so far, over 900 yards receiving, and of course, 57 catches so far this year. And we'll see what we can do against him. We got to make a nice little special little game plan there for him and try to stop him as much as we possibly can. And of course, a cast of others there for the Patriots. So we're gonna get our game plan together and continue practicing strong this week and get ready for this Monday night game So it should be a good one. So 8-5 there for the Patriots, 12-1 for us, and of course, like I said, we beat them a couple weeks ago. I feel like we can do it again here in week 15. But if you guys did enjoy today's episode, please don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you happen to be new, and hit that bell notification so you guys can be notified of this series or any other series here on the channel. You guys, of course, follow us on our social media down below in the description. And, of course, don't forget to check out our second channel over here on YouTube on ESGNet Plus LP. It's got a lot of great content over there as well. So definitely support both channels if you can, please. But that's it for today's episode of Bills Mafia. If you guys have any ideas or suggestions or want to see different players being moved to other places, let me know down in the comment section. I always read that section and to get some feedback from you guys as well. That really helps me out a lot as well. So again, thank you guys for watching, and of course stay tuned for more here on the channel. As always, guys, keep yourselves together healthy. Go Bills Mafia. I will see you guys next time.
I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.